Hi, my name is Coach Curvey, the Wellness Ambassador, and I'm here tonight to talk to you about weight loss versus fat loss. I had no idea there was a difference, and that's why it was important for me to share this with you. When I was doing my research about weight loss, because I have a few, customers that are taking some of the products that I'm taking to help support weight loss, I also wanted to give them some good information about, maximizing your weight loss by doing some of the things that you need to do, like exercise, like meal plan, make healthier choices, things like that. But in my research, I found that there was a difference. So there was a question there that said weight loss versus fat loss. What's the difference? So I started digging. What is the difference? So I just wanted to share the difference that I'm going to, outline to you tonight is that if you're not really fully understanding what it means to lose weight and what you're losing when you lose weight, sometimes it could be defeating because you're looking at the scale and you're not seeing the numbers go in the direction that you want them to go. And it can be an illusion because you may have fallen off and lost a whole amount of pounds in a short amount of time, but you're doing more harm to your body than good because it's not natural to lose weight so fast. So I thought it was important, if people are going to take this journey, for you to be educated, because a lot of times we'll take things that are supposed to help us with weight loss, but we're not fully educated on what it's doing to our body. So tonight, weight loss versus fat loss. The difference is when you begin to lose weight, the first thing, and this is research based, the first thing you lose is water. It's called water loss. And so there's so much water in our bodies. It comes in our bodies or stored in our bodies because of the food that we eat. One of the foods that helps us to retain water is carbohydrates. So we do eat a lot of carbs, in our culture. And so that sits in our body as water weight. So when you're doing certain diets, cutting back on carbs, taking the proteins, through a supplement like what I take is a liquid collagen, that water just starts to come out of your body, When I first started taking the liquid collagen, initially, I was taking it for my arm because collagen helps with hair, skin, nails, and joints. I had no idea that it helps support weight loss. And so when I did start hearing people say, "Are you losing weight? I see your face looks thinner. It looks like your clothes are fitting differently." And I'm the person in the body had not really noticed. I was just always getting up, going to work, not really paying much attention. All I knew is my arm wasn't hurting anymore, and that was all that mattered to me. But I did a comparison of a picture from April 7th, the day before I started the liquid collagen, and then on the day that my friend was like, "Your face looks thinner." Like, I had heard it so many times, but I was like, I have to see what she's talking about. I don't notice anything. But I put those two pictures together and bam, I saw, yes, my face was much thinner. I lost weight, but I knew I retained water. My hands would always be swollen sometimes. I would feel like I was so full that my skin would be so tight like it was gonna burst. I couldn't even sit with my legs up in a chair and kind of like, how kind of like cuddle up in a chair, put your legs to the back. Couldn't do that because it felt like I was gonna split my thighs. Now, I'm not a super large woman. I wear a size 10, but if you're accustomed to your body being in a size 2 or 4 or being under 125 pounds, weighing 182 is just like, wow. I only weighed 150, I think 150 and 151 for all 3 pregnancies. And so I'm at 182. That's huge for someone my size, accustomed to being a certain size. So anyways, when I saw that I was losing this weight, I wanted to make sure that I could sustain it. Because who wants to lose weight and then gain it all plus some back? I heard that so many times, and that was a fear of mine, that okay, I'm losing this weight, but wow, is it gonna start coming back? And I definitely didn't want it coming back because now I'm full of energy. I'm able to do things I wasn't able to do before. I'm just, a ball of energy and wanting to even incorporate exercise, which I totally shied away from because I was too tired, in my mind, too big to be worrying about it. And I suffered from crazy hormones because I was in premenopause. I believe I'm in menopause now, I'm not sure. But anyways, hormones are like the biggest barrier to losing weight at times, especially if you don't have your eating in check. You don't, make good eating choices. You don't really know how to eat for your body. So now that I'm lost this weight, this is kind of like, give me the boost. This has motivated me to want to exercise. It's motivated me to want to eat well, motivated me to want to make healthier choices. But in making these healthy choices, there's a lot of information out here that will mislead you. And one of those is to cut all your carbs and dwindle down your calorie intake to, dangerously low amounts, which impact your body, still impacts your muscles. If your muscles don't get the correct amount of carbs and calories, they still turn to fat, and then you're right back where you started in the first place. So I'm going to look down every now and then because I do have my notes. So for this water loss, they kind of do an analogy between a car and your body. And you've been watching me, I love the car analogies. But for water loss, it's like losing water weight is like buffing your car. It makes the exterior look sleeker, but the beautification is short-lived, and the no interior improvements have actually been made. So you're losing all that water, but there hasn't been really any improvements in your body. So that muscle loss. So when you're losing that water, if there's water also being coming out of your muscles, not good. All that loss of water in your muscles, like I mentioned before, turns them to fat. If you're more focused on calorie restrictions than working out, and a lot of people are like, I ain't working out, I ain't messing up my hair, I'm not doing all that, I'm not sweating, you'll almost assuredly lose muscle tissue weight. So if you lose muscle tissue from dieting improperly, the nutrients you eat are less likely to be partitioned to the muscle cells and then turn to fat. So that's just the science behind it. If you don't treat it right, it's going to turn to fat. So when you begin your weight loss journey, it's super, super important to make sure that you're not just losing water, not just losing muscle mass, but that you are losing fat. So I wanted to see, what is this fat? Because when I would hear weight loss, I always associated weight loss with fat loss. But I had no idea my belly fat, I thought that was just my, right there in the front, my belly fat. But visceral fat is fat that surrounds your organs. It's all around. It's just encasing inside where we call our belly, your organs, and causing healthy issues. That's what it does. It doesn't matter if you're a skinny type person with the fat inside or you're a larger person with fat. That visceral fat causes medical damage or physical damage to your bodies. And so we must pay attention to that when we're saying we're losing weight. So I want to get down to losing weight. So to lose weight, you should decrease your calorie intake by first eliminating processed foods and sugary foods. That's it. You don't have to go to these drastic measures of just cutting calories down to, I would say, under 1,200. Some people really try to get that down. It's not that you don't have to just cut calories. Cut the processed food and the sugary foods, and you are out for a great start. Next, incorporate lean protein, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats in your diet. That's a whole nother show because I'd like to share what those types of foods are. And next, ramp up your exercise or exercise. You may not be exercising enough, or you may need to start exercising, but that is the way to lose weight healthily. What else did it say? I mean, this was really good to me because I've been just announcing I'm down this many pounds, I'm down that many pounds, and I really had no clue if that was doing a disservice to my body or if I was right on track. But when I get to the end, you'll hear all about it. So lastly, there is no way to target fat alone. When you target weight loss, you're going to lose water, you're going to lose muscle, and you're going to lose fat if you're not cutting out the wrong things in your journey. Also, when you cut too many calories, you do the same. You have to have the right amount of protein, the right amount of calories, and the right amount of carbs. In short, just to make sure that you are going to be able to survive whatever you're calling this your journey and live a quality-filled life. So the recommendation is to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. This approach is much more sustained if dropping 10 pounds is not sustained if you're dropping 10 pounds in 2 weeks. So you don't want to lose a drastic amount of weight in a short amount of time. Does more harm than good. So I wanted to know, what has my weight loss journey looked like when you look at this information, making sure that I'm not losing it too fast and that I'm headed in a healthier direction. And so I did the math. I told you guys that I started doing the collagen April 8th, but the math is from April 7th to June 29th. That's today. So as of today, I lost 24.4 pounds. On average, that means I lost approximately 0.29 pounds per day, and that means that's 4.64 ounces per day. When you total that in weeks, per week, that's 32.48 ounces, which means that I lost 2.3 pounds a week. So I am right in line with what the experts, the professionals say about this weight loss journey. I am not speeding my way. This is not a magic potion that I started. I'm doing Glow. I'm taking Enrich, the pre and probiotic enzyme, digestive enzyme. I'm combining those supplements with healthier eating habits and just incorporated exercise, a routine. Started it yesterday with a lady named Lethal Lisa out of Illinois, doing a virtual chair workout. And at first when I saw this workout, I was like, chair? That seems like a lazy way to exercise. How can you be getting anything done? Well, she explained it, any movement is good movement. Any movement is good movement. And so since I hadn't exercised in many years, I was like, hey, I'll give her a try. She's so passionate about it. So I did do this chair exercise last night. It was for 35 minutes. And when I tell you, that is not for the lazy. That is not for the lazy. And for a body who is not fully exercised like that in years, I need to start with a chair before standing up. Might pass out. So I'm excited about this new exercise regimen that I'm going to incorporate to maximize my weight loss. But that's it, folks. There is no magic potion. Yes, I stand by my Glow. It definitely gave me a kickstart. It definitely put my body in a space that it needed to be by supplementing that collagen that you lose when you age. Yes, the enzymes, game changer, helps me to process my food much better. I don't have bloating. I don't have gas. I'm not gassy. I'm processing the food the way that I should, and that supports the weight loss. But if I don't eat right, like I mentioned, if I don't exercise, if I don't do those necessary steps, then I'm just drinking liquid and popping pills. If you want to maximize your weight loss, you have to find a consistent regimen. So as the wellness ambassador, if you're interested in having any type of weight loss support, you want a consultation, I do those for free. You don't have to buy my products at all, but I do suggest them when you share what it is your goal is that you want to achieve, because they do help you. But if that's something you don't want to try, or you have your own, I still am here to help. So please reach out to me at any time. My information is in my bio. I will talk to you guys next week with more information about how to eat healthier. Thank you.